to the Pulse of Spokane. Join us for the latest in news, views, and conversation with community leaders. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You and CW Crates and Pallets. Now, put your finger on the Pulse of Spokane.
Welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. Kent Adams here. Hope you're having a great day. How can you not have a great day when you look at the weather outside? It's supposed to be 74 today, and they always kind of guess a little bit low. Beautiful out. Spring is here. Summer's just around the corner. In fact, summer might be here in a few days or next week based on the temperatures going up into the high 70s or low 80s even. Hey, got a great lineup today. Holland McBurns from the Evergreen Elder Law firm is here. I think she's going to talk about elder law. That's a real specialty today, especially with us baby boomers and those that follow us. So that should be an interesting talk. And then we have, Mark Richard is back from the Downtown Spokane Partnership. And I say that because he's in the green room watching, and he's going to give me a bad time when he comes out, I'm sure. Samantha Gimlin is here to talk about a new sister city for the city of Spokane. Next on the Pulse of Spokane.
Good afternoon, Spokane. Today we have some clouds over us with a high of 74 degrees. It will be in the 80s and getting very sunny as we progress through the weekend. During nighttime, we are going to see the temperatures drop down a little to the high 40s and 50s with clouds overhead throughout the week. Some clouds over in Coeur d'Alene today with a high of 71 and a low of 46, and also some clouds in the valley with a high of 70 and a low of 45.
The following is sponsored by our friends and community supporters at McNeese Wheeler Attorneys. McNeese Wheeler is a boutique law firm in Spokane, handling matters in both Washington and Idaho. Areas of law include business law, wills, trusts and estates, family law, personal injury and wrongful death, and real estate matters. For your full-service legal needs, contact McNeese Wheeler Attorneys.
I'm Nikki Butler, and I'm a regional manager for STCU. My lunch buddy is Nicole.
I'm Brandy Schloss. I'm a regional manager at STCU. My lunch buddy is Angelina. She's grown up with me. I've grown up with her. To see her graduate will be a lot of fun.
Brandy and I have been lunch buddies since the girls were in second grade. It's great that STCU provides me with the opportunity to be part of Reach for the Future. We are committed to the children. We're committed to our community. I'm Nikki.
I'm Brandy.
And STCU is here for good.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. Here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
Well, welcome back. May 8th today, 1 month to my birthday. I won't talk about how ancient I am, okay? Holland McBurns from Evergreen Elder Law. How are you today?
I'm great, Kent. Thank you for having me.
Well, great to have you. The elder law thing is a growing business, isn't it? Because first-year baby boomer, and I love to tell this story. If you know who Dave Cotton is, that's been on KHQ and he works there, he's the last year of the baby boomers. And he said, Kent, would you quit repeating that? It makes me sound old like you. But I love giving him a bad time. I'll probably hear about this today from him. But anyway, what got you involved in elder law? Because you have a background working with family law, right, for the first few years?
I do, yes. So in law school, I always wanted to work with seniors.
Okay.
I have a very close relationship with my grandmother, who's still alive.
Okay, good.
And so that really sparked my interest in working with seniors and getting into elder law.
Yeah, it's a real specialty now, isn't it?
It is.
What are some of the issues that you face in elder law that maybe we older folks are not as in tune to, that can catch us, or more likely the rest of our family later on, could cause problems, right?
Sure, absolutely. So I specialize in elder law and estate planning as well, because
Okay.
estate planning is also for non-seniors.
Right.
And it's very important for everyone to have all of their estate planning documents in place.
Yes.
Well ahead of time. For example, if you have minor children, you need to appoint someone to take care of them if
Right.
something were to happen to you. Or as you're aging
Yes.
and going through that whole process, you may become incapacitated, for example,
Yep.
or unable to make your medical decisions.
We just don't know, do we?
Right. There's so many unknowns. So
Yeah.
all of those kinds of estate planning documents are very important.
Yeah.
Also, what we specialize in helping people is with asset protection.
Yes,
That is
yes.
very important.
Yeah.
So we can help people pay for long-term care
Right.
without going through all their
Giving
assets.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, and I know there are ways to do that. And in our family, we have 4 kids, and our first was born with Down syndrome. So our will and all of that has a Craven Trust, I think it's called, to protect so that Social Security and so forth don't come in and say, well, you don't need us for a while.
Correct.
And it's all dedicated for education and so forth. So there are things like that even if you don't have a special needs child that you need to look at, that you can protect for your family.
Absolutely. And we do also specialize in those kinds of trusts to
Okay.
help with kids with special needs
Yes.
or adults with special needs as
Yes.
well. And those can be extremely beneficial,
Yeah.
as you've probably,
Yes.
you're probably aware.
Yes, we sure are. We sure are. There's something coming up. Is it tomorrow or the next couple of days?
It is tomorrow. There's
okay.
there's a senior expo at the
Okay.
fairgrounds.
Okay.
And it's from noon to 7 p.m.
Okay.
And we will be there. My office, a large part of my office staff.
Okay.
There'll be at least one attorney, sometimes 2 attorneys.
Okay.
We are having breakout sessions where
Okay.
any legal questions can be asked.
Good,
And
good.
we also have some free tickets at my office
Ooh.
for anyone who may want a ticket. The tickets are $5, but
Okay.
we're happy to.
You can save the $5, huh?
yeah,
All right. So before we go on and talk about what's going to happen tomorrow, how can people get the tickets? Is there a phone number to call? Or
Sure.
Okay.
It's 509-325-5222. Or my office is located in the Flour Mill.
Oh,
Suite-
yes.
Suite 306.
Okay.
So that's usually pretty convenient for people to swing by and grab a ticket and
have
say hello.
lunch downstairs at, yeah.
Or lunch at Clinker Daggers, yeah.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay, so your focus tomorrow, there will be others there as well. So it's
Yes.
all things seniors, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they'll be talking about health and so forth. But when you do something like this, what are the top 1 or 2 or 3 questions that you get on a regular basis? Because I'm sure there are a couple that.
Regular questions are, well, when I tell people we're going to be helping them protect their assets,
Yes.
As they're going through this process of aging,
Right.
they want to know how.
Okay.
And there's many different ways to protect your estate and still qualify for long-term care.
Okay.
Going into a facility or extensive in-home care. They get to be very complex, but there are legitimate legal ways.
That's why we have to have attorneys like you to figure that out, though. Because if we don't do it right, it doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
You say that like you've seen that happen with people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And really what I want to do is educate people that there
Okay.
are options. It's the situation where people come to me after they've already used all their resources
Yeah.
and they're looking for help. That's when I can't help because obviously they've spent everything down. So
Right.
the sooner someone comes to see me,
Yeah.
the more we can do to help protect their and preserve their assets.
Yeah, and it's really not waiting till you're that 55 or 60. It's really coming in for the long-term approach and being proactive. I
Yes.
think is probably a good word, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a great word to
Yeah.
use. So what we like to do is we like to see people when they're thinking about going into retirement, get their estate planning documents together, get all of their ducks in a row, so to say.
Yes.
And then we develop the long-standing relationship with these families.
Yes.
And then when they're moving into needing some kind of in-home care or to go into a facility, then we can do some asset preservation as well.
Right,
So
right. That's a lot of work there, isn't it?
there is a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah. So you'll be there from what you said, noon until 7? Okay. And what can people, when they come in to meet you, what else are they going to hear or learn from you and your staff tomorrow?
Well, if they come tomorrow, we're going to be talking about probate,
Okay.
the difference between wills and trusts.
Yes.
There's a veterans benefit, aid and attendance, that many people don't know about. It's a cash benefit for seniors
Okay.
who have high medical expenses.
Okay.
It's right around $2,300 a month, so it's very
Oh.
substantial.
Okay.
We'll be talking about that benefit.
Wow.
We'll be talking about Medicaid. We'll be talking about all of their estate planning documents, wills, powers of attorney, living wills, and why those are necessary, and how those
That
documents
sounds
help
like so
people.
much to keep track of. That's why we need some expert advice, though, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because you can do the ones that you might think of. Well, yes, we need a will. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that even, right? I hear the numbers sometimes, and I'm just amazed. Let the state dictate what's going to happen to you.
And nobody wants that.
No.
And we can, with a simple will
Yeah.
or simple documents in place, we can prevent that from happening,
Yeah.
so that my clients are making their own decisions
Yes.
on what they want to see happen. So
Yes.
that's really important.
Yeah. And then I'm going to guess that after someone passes away, the last husband or wife or whatever, that you're dealing with their adult kids
Yes.
as well, trying to help them too.
Yes. So we really develop long-standing relationships,
Yeah.
as I said, with the entire family,
Right.
because it really is all these issues affect families
Right.
as well as the senior. So
Now, is this costly?
it really depends, but
okay.
it depends on what kind of planning we're doing.
Okay.
If we're just doing a simple will, it's a few $100s.
Okay.
So it can be costly, but it's an investment too,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people need to be
Well,
aware of that.
if you've got the assets and so forth, it's worth the dollars to pay to protect them. I mean, really,
Yes, I think that's what my clients leave really feeling like, oh, we've spent some
Yeah.
money, but we've really made an investment in our future.
Yes.
And when we're doing asset protection, we save a lot more than our fees.
Sure.
So.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let's give the folks that are watching one more chance to not only pick up free tickets for tomorrow, but how to reach you. So, how do
Okay.
they do that?
So my phone number, 509-325-5222. And we also have a website, evergreenelderlaw.com.
Okay.
You can reach out that way as well. And then there's email,
Right.
holland@evergreenelderlaw.com.
Okay. And you're in the flour mill,
Yes.
third floor, right? Okay. Well, that's great. That's an easy spot to find.
Yes.
There's some big buildings going up near you there, too.
There are some huge buildings
Yeah,
going up.
yeah.
Yes, it's the area is really,
Really growing up,
Yes,
isn't it?
it
And
is.
that the arena that we have is beautiful, and
It's a great
Veterans Arena.
location.
It is a great location. Well, Holland, thank you very much. I know you've helped people in pointing them in the right direction. I would say take advantage of the opportunity, because Holland and the staff from Evergreen Elder Law will be there tomorrow, but there'll be other people with other things from fitness to health to you name it. So well worth it. Even if you can't get a free ticket, it's well worth the $5,
it's
right?
going to be a great event.
Yeah.
We're really excited.
Great. And where's it going to be?
It's at the fairgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Noon
okay.
to 7.
Okay, so easy parking and everything
Yep.
else. Yeah. Well, great. Thank you
Okay.
for coming today.
Thank you, Kent.
All
Thank
right,
you for
we're going to
having
take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk about what's going on with Downtown Spokane Partnership and Downtown Spokane right after this.
Well, this is Looms Day in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Bloomsday.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Bloomsday wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
Oh, welcome back. And I'm laughing because my friend Mark Richard here hands me a list of what she usually does of some points to cover today, right?
Right.
And he said, well, I made it large, 14 point. And I'm going, no, that's not very large. And he said, I could have made it as large as on your teleprompter, which is about that big, right? So how are you?
Next time I will.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back.
Well, good to have you back.
Amazing you have me back, even though I treat you this way.
I know. It's like who gives the other the worst time, right?
Exactly.
Hey, a lot that's going on downtown, and there's some kind of a grant program that you guys just been involved in. What's that about?
Yeah. So folks might have read about it in the paper, but it's we worked for a couple of years with our council to essentially get their permission for us to use what is ratepayers or businesses' money to invest in cameras, security cameras.
Yes.
The council worked with us. We ended up modifying that into today's program that was approved a couple months back, and so we would like to get the word out. Essentially what it is a little bit broader. So a property owner can come to us, the Downtown Spokane Partnership,
Right.
and essentially apply for up to $2,500 in a matching grant that would go towards them making what they call SEPTED improvements. So that stands for Crime Prevention Through Environmental Design.
Okay.
And that can be everything from cameras, lighting,
Right.
changing your landscaping, maybe removing barriers, just doing things that you might think about what you would do around your home, right?
Right.
Lowering the shrubs and opening spaces so that they're visible and making show. So anyway, so downtown businesses inside the Business Improvement District
Right.
can contact us and get an application and
How's that going?
Well, it's just started,
Yeah,
so
that's what I thought. Okay.
we are just forming our committee and
okay.
Haven't got our first application, but we've got a lot of interest out there, so
good.
it's pretty exciting.
Good. So
Yeah.
we'll start to see some things happen.
Yes.
And that's really helpful to a small business person, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because $2,500 match really does help.
Well,
today.
it does. And when and let's face it, when you have a business in an urban environment, it comes with lots of pros. But it also, the reality is we are in an urban environment. That means we have, folks milling about. Sometimes it shouldn't be. And so the safer and more inviting you can make it, the better experience your customer is going to have.
Yeah.
So
how's our ambassador program going?
Well, the ambassador program is going fantastic. We've made a couple of changes this year. So in relation to what we're just talking about, we have our ambassadors. Our whole program started in 1995, and really, in many ways, we haven't changed. But
well, get with the times,
bud. I know it. We are still doing the same function, but we actually have better technology. We have better equipment. So most recently, we unfortunately had to break down and invest in a protective vest for our ambassadors.
Okay.
So while they are still out there engaging with folks, offering up advice on a good place to eat and how to find your way to the river falls, things like that, they also are engaging on a daily basis with
so they know
our homeless
who's downtown
population.
and all
Yes,
that, don't they?
That's right. Yeah. And so
and
we
they
just
can
wanna
call
make-
for help if they need it, right?
They absolutely. So they have their own communication system amongst them, and then we have, we've got a couple of our downtown precinct officers on speed dial. Yeah,
speed dial. I love it. Yeah. So I saw.
If I could, just one other thing we did with them this year. So we used to have them kind of filling multiple roles, and that whether we had them watering plants and we had them hanging banners and things like that because we do beautification too, Kent.
Right.
We shifted all that this year onto our green team, our clean team.
Okay.
And
they do a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
They really do.
So they're doing all of that now, so allowing my ambassadors to focus strictly
on people and things.
Safety and people, personal engagement.
Yeah, I love it. I saw a team yesterday when I was going to my parked car and so forth, and I always love giving them the high sign just because they're always out there watering and cleaning up and so forth, and we look good.
Well, they appreciate it. We try to walk the talk. We have a couple of folks that have come out of local recovery programs.
Okay.
I've hired folks that are homeless.
Okay.
We essentially try to give individuals an opportunity for employment. I have this adage that I use when we talk about challenges around homelessness, and that's if we each just took a chance on one
Yes,
human being,
yes,
right?
yes.
And so we try to walk that talk. We try to make sure that we give opportunity for our,
Good.
especially our younger adults that are looking for
Right.
work, maybe struggling, maybe they don't have a GED, maybe that they
And it kind of gives given up because they don't know where to do it,
Yeah.
or where to go, or how to do it, and that sort of thing.
Exactly.
That's
So-
great.
So if each one of our organizations in our community took a chance
Yeah.
and took one person under their wing,
Yeah.
we'd solve a lot of problems.
Great. Hey, is there a little bit of construction going on downtown? What's
Well,
going on,
yeah,
bud?
a little bit, but not as bad.
I didn't
right,
see
as,
you out there, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's because I wasn't.
Okay, the truth.
Right.
Okay.
I spent 10, 12 years doing that when I was younger, and now I've got the bad back and the knees to prove it. So,
Oh, give me a break.
yeah,
You're just
so
a kid.
Now I hold the shovel. No.
Yeah.
I don't even get anywhere close to construction. So we've got a couple projects going on. People are probably aware. Just always encourage you to go to myspokane.org. So
Okay.
www.myspokane.org, and you can get an ongoing list of construction projects
okay.
throughout the entire city. But they have a special section for us for downtown Spokane.
Okay.
We've got a couple projects that
That's
are
'cause you're
wrapping up.
special.
That we are special. We'd
Yeah.
like to think so. Spokane Falls Boulevard, we've got a little project going on there called the Combined Sewer Overflow Tank.
Yes.
In the backside of the library, it's got an entire couple lanes shut down. So
Okay. When does that open? Do you know?
my recollection is that'll open up this fall.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
'Cause
they-
the one near KHQ just opened.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's been wonderful. We've got the new dog park. We'll have the new
Yes,
park over
yes,
there.
yeah.
Beautiful little neighborhood park that'll open up and.
Yeah.
And so with the Spokane Falls project, you're going to have this beautiful new vista looking out over the river and over the through the Monroe Street Bridge. It's gonna
We
be
were
real
just down
exciting.
at, is it Huntington Park? What's the
Yes.
next to the water power building and the
Yes.
city hall?
Yeah.
We were shooting and open for our Fox 28 program down there. My gosh, that's beautiful. I had not been in there. I've driven by and walked by and everything else, and we were in Riverfront Park and we did some things there too.
Yeah, you got to get out more.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. They
Well, we have
strap me down here.
We have a yoga series that we do during the summer
yeah,
down there,
right,
but
right.
you and I are not going to be at that.
No. And speaking of the park, the promenade is what? A month or so away, a couple months away?
Couple months away. I think they're also looking at I think they're looking summertime for the promenade, and that'll be really neat because if you kind of envision Riverfront Park, going back before the new construction project, it used to be that you'd have kind of meandering hills and trees, and you couldn't tell where the river was, even though you might be standing 1,000 feet away from it. This will be a nice kind of opening of that. You'll be able to actually see all the way to the north side of the park.
Yes.
We've got some exciting things that we're working on, some possible
nice new
people
entrance on the
movers.
north side.
Yes, beautiful, right. New moniker up there, Riverfront moniker, and then the restoration of the butterfly.
Yes, wasn't that
going
great?
back, yeah.
Now, I moved here in 1976, so 2 years after the World's Fair, but the butterflies were still up.
Yeah.
Some of them very tattered,
right?
Which is one of the reasons they were taken down and so forth. But it's just good to have them back.
Oh, it's beautiful. So that we'll have about $5 million. I think the city taxpayers are investing on that promenade, and then another 23 or so on the pavilion. And that pavilion is turning into something really spectacular. It'll have not only interactive LED lights up on the structure itself, but it'll be a brand new outdoor open amphitheater type of a thing. And Kent, we're working on some fun things, kind of on the hush hush, so don't tell anybody.
Oh, okay, well,
But one of those is a people mover project. So possibly looking at some sort of a electric vehicle that would transport folks from the arena parking through the park to a concert and or through downtown.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So that'll be kind of exciting as we make some progress on that.
Gosh, I'm so pleased because I did take a tour with the parks people the other day because we're going to do some live shows from down there this summer, and we're looking forward to doing that. But a lot going on there, and I remember, 4 or 5 years ago when we were talking about trying to get the bond passed and everything else, and after nearly 40 years of the park needed an upgrade, and so forth, and it's looking good. I was really pleased. In fact, my comment was, as we walked around, I'm bringing my grandkids. Oh, I'm bringing them to that over there too. I mean, it was just kind of like you point in different directions and so forth. Do you know what the most popular thing is in Riverfront Park?
No, I'm guessing you do, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you, because
Yeah,
it's one of the
I
few.
should know.
Yeah.
Well, if it's today, I can't imagine it's not the carousel. But
No, it's
Really?
the goat.
sure,
Yes,
sure,
yes,
of course.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that makes sense.
I learned that 5 years ago. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, hey,
You would think I'd know that.
you would
Downtown's
think
my
so,
day job.
but you know, I know. Lilac Festival is coming up. Here
Yeah.
we go. We are so well known for this, including the parade downtown. We honor our military because they're an important part of our community. It's the fun time of year, isn't it?
It really is. We this time is so fun for us because we have so many events
Oh,
coming,
yes.
and so many people come down to enjoy them. So May 13th through May 18th, of course, is Lilac Festival Week, and
Right.
as you mentioned, not only do we honor our military, which is, by the way, one of the reasons why Fairchild ranks so high
Yes.
as far as places where folks in the military want to do their last
Because
day.
of the community support.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we
Yes.
we do genuinely respect and love them.
Absolutely.
The parade, of course, will be on that 18th. So
Yes.
I think it's let me look here. It's Saturday, the third Saturday of
Yes.
May. So starting at 7:45 sharp.
Yes.
You don't mess around with time when you're dealing with the military. and so what?
Or you might once.
Yeah. So what a fun event that is.
Yeah.
We'll have the kids down. We'll have, we'll host, princesses and dignitaries from all throughout the
Yeah.
entire Northwest.
Yeah, you
on
get some
that
good
week.
people
So
here that day. Hey, well, when you're not on your Lime scooter running
Yeah,
around town,
right, yeah.
I bet you're over at the food trucks, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
Does it show?
Well, I wasn't going to go there. Okay.
Probably. Sure. I'll scoot up closer to the table
Okay,
so
yeah,
people
that's
can't
what I
see.
have to
my-
do.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think
or
I'll hold this
try
up
to
here.
get closer.
Yeah.
So
That's going now, isn't it?
First week of this month,
Right.
we kick off Food Truck Friday. So it started. I think it might have been the first.
Yeah, last Friday.
Yeah, and great showing. We had let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think approximately 6 food trucks. We had a couple vendors out there,
Okay.
but we had everything from ice cream to cotton candy to some just absolutely amazing food being pushed out through these food trucks. So
where is this?
It is on Wall Street.
Okay.
Between Spokane Falls Boulevard, so
Okay.
between Riverfront Park and Main Street.
Okay, right,
We
right.
close down that street
Right.
from 11 to 2 every Friday.
Friday,
From
okay.
now until, I don't know the date,
the
but
fall
sometime in the fall.
sometime. Yeah.
Right. Liz will tell me and we'll just do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Come
yeah.
on, Liz,
so
tell us.
11 to 2 every Friday, you got to come down and check it out, folks, because great food, wonderful smells. We have games out for the kids.
Oh, fun.
A lot of times we'll have some little live music going on in the background. It's just
I've seen it in the past,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
really fun. It is fun to walk through there, and sometimes very busy.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, and then what is this? Sovereign event?
Yeah, so this is a good job. You could pronounce that. So Sovereign is a nostalgic or a vintage car class.
Oh, okay.
And we started this. So I'll take viewers back to my time at the county as a commissioner when.
It was like 6 years ago.
Yeah, we took the bold vote to buy the dirt that included the racetrack, if you
Yes.
recall.
Yes.
One of the things that is still going incredibly strong out there is this that we run these classic race cars around the road course, and they have just put about $250,000 worth of private investment on this road course.
Wow.
This group of volunteers does an amazing job. But what we did is the first year I came down to Spokane, I met with some of the leaders that I had met through that process, and I said, let's bring those cars into downtown Spokane.
Because people want to touch, feel, and see them.
Yeah, and they want to
Close
hear
up.
them. They want to hear them.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Yeah. So the first Friday in June every year since I think now we're on 5 or 6 years, we see probably somewhere between 40 and 60. Classic race cars, and then we have the Porsche Club comes out, so we have Porsches from classic to brand new, sparkling, buy one off the lot for a couple hundred G's, that people can buy, and they can
it's petty cash for you.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So right. But anyways, if you like cars,
Yeah.
you like music, you like food, you like kind of that urban experience. One of the things that I really enjoy the most is that when you're as an employee downtown, when you're sitting there and you can hear the cars coming,
Yes.
and the glass starts to
Yes,
rattle on the
yes.
side of the building, and
You have to look up and look out,
yeah,
don't you?
yeah, it's just pretty impressive. So first Friday in June,
Okay.
just encourage folks to come on down. That's
Okay.
they leave the road course at 4 in a parade, and then they all come parading through downtown. Park June. What did I tell you? June
First Friday in
first
June.
Friday in
Yeah.
June, whatever that
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And then they park, and people can come out and touch them and check them out and read their history and visit with the race car drivers. And
Did you know we
Have a
have
blast.
a car show on our program?
I did
on
not.
Spokane
No,
Talks.
no.
You got to look it up.
All right.
It's called The Car Guy.
Oh, no
Yeah.
kidding. Okay.
And the fellow
Oh, very good.
sells especially foreign-made cars
All
and
right.
Porsches. And his dad sold when he was a kid. I
Ah.
mean, so he's got I don't know how many years.
Wow.
If I guess, I'll be in trouble when Klaus sees
Oh,
this.
Klaus is a part of our event.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Well, he does a show. He just did one yesterday.
Oh.
He did one yesterday with a 13-year-old who went through brain cancer and is a third-year survivor of that, who is a race driver. And so you got to see that program.
I will
You have to look it
definitely.
up. It was on yesterday.
Klaus is a
Isn't he?
wonderful,
He's a character.
interesting
He's
character.
a character.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, Mark, good things. How can people where can they go? What website?
So they can go to our website at downtownspokane.org
Okay.
or net, and they can also reach us on the phone, 456-0580.
All right.
We love to hear from you, both positive, and if you have some things you'd like to recommend
I was
that
going
we
to say
fix.
yes.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
positive criticism.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So please get in touch with us. We have a great, robust calendar on there, by the way.
Yes.
Again, downtownspokane.org. And then you can see what's happening in addition to what I just listed here.
Right.
One of which I didn't cover is the Craft Beer Week and
Oh, yes.
Craft Beer Festival.
I'll drink
so,
to that.
So that'll tease folks to go online and check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, lots going on. Mark, thank
Thank
you
you, yeah.
for all that you guys are doing, you and Liz and everybody there.
We love it.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Love downtown. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to talk about Spokane, a new sister city, right after this.
The economy is getting stronger. Banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
O'Brien Logistics would like to invite you to try our local and regional transportation services. With Sprinter vans, lift gates, hot shot flatbeds, and expedited services, our people are ready to step in and help with your transportation needs. Our services are 24/7, 365, and we are trained and prepared to handle air cargo and Canadian shipments. Give us a call at 208-305-2311. Or visit our website at o'brienlogistics.net. That's OBRIEN logistics.net.
Was it last week that I met you?
Yes.
Last week I met a most interesting lady who we will talk about your business and all that another time. But one of the things I learned from Samantha Gimlin is there's a new sister city coming to the city of Spokane, right?
Well, we actually are already here.
Oh,
We've
okay.
been here for about 3 years now.
Oh, well,
but we are the newest.
Let's talk about this because I don't think many of us knew that.
All right.
Including yours truly. I didn't know when it had started, okay? So tell us about this.
Well, first off, Spokane is very fortunate to be one of the very first cities in the U.S., or actually in the whole world, to participate in the International Sister Cities program, which started back in 1956.
Wow.
Yeah, and I believe in 1961 is when our first sister city came on board with Spokane, and that's our Japanese sister city.
Right, right.
And over the years, we have built to the point of we are now have our Italian sister city, which is called Cagli.
Okay.
It's spelled C-A-G-L-I, Cagli.
Okay.
And this is in La Marche, which is on the eastern seaboard.
Okay,
of
okay.
Italy.
I was trying to picture where. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
And this relationship.
South of like Venice and all of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, if you were in Florence.
Okay.
And then you just went straight east.
Okay.
You'd pretty much
Run
go over
into
top
it.
of the mountains and run into,
Yeah,
and
mountains,
run
but,
into it.
you know, yeah.
So for about 16 years prior to our sister city formulation,
Right.
Gonzaga had a program in Cagli
Okay.
with a Masters in Communication program.
Okay,
And Dr.
okay.
John Caputo ran that, and he is also the director of our sister city program.
Wow, wow.
And so with the movement of that, the mayor and the assistant in Cagli came to Spokane and asked if we could formalize a relationship between the two cities
Wonderful.
through the sister
Because
city
there was
program.
already that relationship going to start with.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So that was in that was in 2013.
Okay.
And through that process, there was a Gonzaga student who did her thesis on building a sister city program.
Okay.
And with her work,
Yes.
it all came together. And in 2016, a delegation, including the mayor and his assistant and other people from Cagli, came to Spokane to do the first of the official signing ceremonies.
Okay, okay.
The following year, Mayor Condon and a delegation of people from here in Spokane went to Cagli, and they signed the second set of documentation.
So now it's good to go.
It's official.
Yes.
So that's the history of how we came today.
Yeah. What size city? Give us a little of the culture. What you know, I'm trying to, I don't picture that until you start painting it.
Yes. Well, Cagli, quite honestly, is a very small community.
Okay.
The historical medieval village, the Old Town, is only about 6,000 people.
Oh,
When you
okay.
take into consideration the rest of the community
Sure, the
around
larger
and the
community.
smaller little villages that are called frazione of the bigger city, there's about 15,000.
Throwing out all these words, you know, make me look small. Okay.
No. Say grande. Say grande.
Okay. All right.
And so 15,000 people is quite small compared to Spokane.
Yes.
But
even with our population here, we still think of ourselves as a small city.
Because I think that we are intimate.
Because we can walk down the street and see people we know. Because we help each other. All of those things that
Yes.
you won't find in a Los Angeles where I grew up, or even in Seattle today.
Yes.
You know, and so we still are that mindset in that person over there is my neighbor.
Yes. So in that sense, that's a very similar
Right.
to a small Italian village
Right.
and the community that
Yeah.
they have and
Yes.
their lifestyle. There's other similarities between Spokane and Cagli.
Okay.
We are both very nature-based areas.
okay.
They sit at the kind of the base of the Apennine Mountains.
Okay.
And right in there, there's lots of natural history. There's
Yeah.
lots of sports and activities that are mountain-based.
Yes.
And trekking, mountain biking. They really love
So they
their
love the
horses,
nature thing
too.
like we do.
Yes.
Yes.
They have some agriculture.
Okay.
That goes back centuries.
Right.
Actually, to Roman times.
Wow.
So they do have. We do
What are
have a
some
lot
of the things they
similarities.
grow? Do you remember?
They grains.
Oh, okay,
grains.
okay,
And they do
okay.
have, although it doesn't seem like they'd have the flat lands for
Yeah.
the wheat. In Italy, grains are grown wherever they find a piece of flat land.
Oh, there's 3 feet of flat land. There it goes, right?
Yes.
Okay, and there's more over there.
But it's on the Via Flaminia, which is one of the, how all roads lead to Rome.
Right.
Well, they also lead away from Rome. And Via Flaminia is one of the most famous pilgrimage roads that was constructed to get to the north to Urbino, which was a very religious city, and the papal and pilgrimage road is that Flaminia, and it takes them all the way to the Adriatic.
You know, we forget sometimes because we've got a country that's, less than 250 years old, and that's like a day over there when you look at history, right? I mean, really, when they talk about ancient history, we're not talking about the Revolutionary War, like we do here, right? Or pilgrims coming over or whatever. They're talking 5,000-6,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago, or whatever. I mean, yeah, that's.
I think historically, what I've studied about Kai is that they don't really know when the city was first constructed, because it was constructed as a small village higher on a mountaintop.
Ah, okay.
And there's historical records that go back pre-Roman to the Etruscan times.
Wow.
And so...
Even before my time.
Yeah.
Barely. But,
just barely.
Yeah.
A few years.
Hey, how can people learn more about sister cities in general, but this opportunity? Because we have a lot of people here that like to travel around the world.
Yes.
What a great place to go. So how can they get more information?
Well, we don't have a web page for our sister city, but we have our Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
And
that
that's
works.
where
that
we
works.
communicate. So you can follow us on the Spokane Kali Sister City page.
Okay.
Or link to that from the Spokane Sister City page.
Okay. Okay.
And you can follow our programs and what we're doing. You can become an active member, volunteer with us, because we have a very proactive group of people right now, because we are.
I mean, they're all like you?
Or more so, yes.
Uh-oh.
Our program is really about the exchange, the cultural exchange.
Yes.
And we have a high school exchange program.
That's
it's
right.
very ambitious.
Yes.
For a small group like us. We send 10 high school students.
10?
For 17 days of cultural immersion.
Yes.
And they become the ambassadors of Spokane to our sister city. And that is coming up very soon. They leave the end of June. And we also host 10 of the students
That's
from
about
Kali
as aggressive as
summer.
you can get.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Wow.
And we are looking for people who may be interested in being homestay families as well.
Okay. So they've got to go to the website and number one, like it, so they get all your posts and so forth, and maybe find a way to help and volunteer.
Yes, so that's our Facebook page,
Right.
Spokane-Kali, and that's CAGLI.
Yeah, I wasn't going to try that, because, I'm not a good speller. I'm a creative speller. None of my teachers or professors bought that, but I'm creative, okay. Hey, good to see you, Samantha. Thank you very
for
much.
having me.
Great opportunity, and it's a good time to learn about what's going on in the rest of the world, because sometimes we get so locked into our neighborhood and our community, and we need to reach out too. So, hey, thanks for watching today. We'll see you next Tuesday. I get replaced for the next 2.5 months for Pulse with Colin Pittman, who is back from Texas Christian University. He'll be sitting in for me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for the Pulse. In the meantime, everybody, have a great weekend, okay? Take care.
The Pulse of Spokane is produced in Spokane, Washington by SpokaneTalksMedia.com, which is solely responsible for its content. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You and CW Crates and Pallets. Ask Kent a question, recommend a guest, or hear this program again on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com.